everybody. Thanks for joining into today's stream, Detailers Q&A podcast, whatever you want to call it. Today's guest, we've got Yancy Martinez from Horizon Manufacturing with his detailing brand, MNKYHead. So we'll be monkeying around a bit, as Yancy likes to put it. So let me go ahead and bring him in. Here he is.
Oh, it's me.
How's it going?
It's going pretty good.
Awesome. So
how's everything over there?
Everything's going good here. So I just got to say, I got to pay my respects where it's due, of course. I got into the internet world of detailing. I was starting to kind of trickle into it, and then I remember one day you had requested me to be a moderator of the Auto Geek group when you were still there.
Yep.
At someone else's recommendation, which I appreciate that person as well.
Yeah, you helped a lot over there.
Yeah, since then I've been pretty active in that group. Then we caught a couple other groups going. I got my own group going, and then we've got also car detailing deals. And there's David right there in the chat. David's the owner of that group. Car detailing deals has gotten quite popular, and I know you're in that one as well.
Yes, I appreciate the invite over there, and I've had a warm welcome, so that's always nice.
Of course, yeah, we love to support. Detailers, especially the smaller businesses, and by smaller I mean like not large like chemical guys.
You mean the people that like are the chemist, the floor cleaner, the construction guy, the advertising? That's all one guy? Yeah, I think I fit that bill.
Yeah. No, that's definitely you. Especially since someone's telling me to check my mic. I wonder if it's my webcam might be picking me up. Let me see.
I know I got you in my ear.
Yeah, if it's picking up my webcam. Jeez. Okay, let me get the other one.
There we go. That should sound better.
Oh, that is definitely better.
Okay, yeah. Last week's stream, I forgot to bring the mic out. I was recording through my webcam. It sounded terrible, but I mean, we got the point across. Thank you, David.
That happens. Happens. It's called live for a reason.
Yeah, you can't have live and not make mistakes. But I wanted the suave, smooth voice to come through, not the like I'm in a tunnel.
Oh, so this is your radio voice. So we're getting the radio voice.
I guess that you could say this is my radio voice. I spent a good $40 on this microphone. I got to use this.
Hey, use it.
Anyways, so again, everybody watching this stream is for you all to ask questions if you got questions for Yancy. But Yancy, give us a little bit of history on you, what you've been involved in detailing wise, brands, companies, and what brought you here to Horizon.
And how long is this stream again?
Give us the quick version.
Okay, the Cliff Note version is I was born, I'm here. There you go. Everything in between filled in.
Perfect. Thank you.
No, I owe my success. Actually, let's bring me in over here. I owe pretty much where I'm at right now to my early Auto Geek days. I started off as advertising and everything like that. I worked at the newspapers where I was the art editor there. Then I moved over to the boat world where I was doing all the stuff for an offshore fishing company. Then after that, I left there and went out on my own. I started a company called Deadline Graphics. And Bob McKee and Juan Sierra are the ones that got a hold of me, and I started doing, back then, printed catalogs for them. And over the years,
that's like a relic of the past.
Well, that's the thing, is like, you date this back. I was with Auto Geek when they were in a size of almost a little bit bigger than a double car garage. All right, that's where they start off, over on Eclipse Way.
That's like smaller than your warehouse, huh?
Oh yeah, the whole thing would fit in my studio, not even what's behind me back there.
Yeah.
But so anyways, long story short, they hired me on full time, but I still stayed Deadline Graphics. I became a subcontractor for them. So over the years, we went from being the littlest fish into the sea to the biggest fish in the sea, and that was a fun ride because I learned a lot through Bob on the marketing side. So I was learning that. Then eventually, fast forward a few years, we hired Mike Phillips over there. So now I became Mike Phillips' photographer, videographer, and I mean, you name it, whatever's in his brain has been dumped into mine.
Yeah,
And even if I want it out.
You guys kind of became like the dynamic duo there. Like whenever Mike was on camera, Yancy was working the camera, and you weren't the invisible cameraman. You were always involved.
Well, no, that's the thing. Through I study analytics. All right, so my main background is advertising and marketing and video graphics. Everybody knows me for that. Okay, yes. But I like looking at the numbers and seeing what makes people tick. And I noticed that, Mike had a segment, then whenever we'd have a guest on, we'd bring in different segments. So I'm like, hey, you know what? We need to start doing 2 different people, so that way we get both houses. And, some people liked the way that I interacted, some people didn't. Some people liked the way that Mike interacted with me, some people didn't. But hey, you can't make everybody happy. But at the same thing, we hit on a nice little thing that made people tune in and enjoy learning instead of just sitting in front of back in that day, it was in front of their computer, because this was all prior iPhone, And so we made it entertaining for them. Then as the live feeds, COVID started that, and actually Mike and I were the first ones in the detailing world that started doing these live online classes because we were bored, we couldn't do anything, so nobody could come in, so we started the live feeds. And that's
I gotta say, you guys always, they were always fun to watch. It wasn't like I was sitting in science class being bored to death.
No, I wouldn't want to be sitting there like, oh, and this is how you polish paint. You can watch every video out there.
Do videos like that too, and you're falling asleep.
Yeah, I know. It's like, get out the toothpicks. There's good information. Don't get me wrong. There's good information out there. But I like it. If you're going to spend your time with me and Mike at that, when we're doing those, I wanted to make it entertaining. And so we stayed there. I think I was at AutoGeek 16 or 18 years. I mean, it's been a while. I ran all their advertising. I did all of their social media. I did all the videos, did all the photography.
Well, meanwhile, I was growing up.
And meanwhile, you were growing up. And then we had the Detail Fest. I helped with the Detail Fest and everything like that. And so then Mike and I got to a plateau there. I mean, nothing wrong with AutoGeek. It was a great company to work for. But I got to be where I was just doing the same thing over and over again, and I wanted to do something new. And so I left, then Mike left after I did. Then we got approached by 3D to kind of reintroduce what we were doing over at Geek with them.
I remember that.
And so we were there. I was there for a short time. It wasn't really my gig. And I just went back out on my own and started working with, all my clients again, And then I was looking for a warehouse, so I didn't have to travel as much. And as much as I like to travel, but I do have family. I have a daughter, I have the sons. I like to spend time with them. I have a dog that likes to see me. And
those are good things.
Yeah, those are good things. So I started looking for a warehouse, and I ended up getting in contact with an old customer of mine, and he was the manufacturer, Horizon Manufacturing. He was wanting out of the business. I was just wanting the warehouse. Then we started talking and wound up that I purchased the business from him, and led me to this mad science creation that I have going on now.
Still got the samples over here, but
I see that. I sent you those a while ago.
I have some, because the ones I have some put up on my shelves, and I was looking for them, but they're like buried in a sea of products. So I was like, I'm not going to try and mess up on my shelves right now. But I was able to grab these ones. So.
Yeah, no, those actually, most of those formulas that you have, let me look over on this one, it's a little bit bigger. Yeah, most of those formulas have been updated, so they're
that's what I was
going to
ask. Because I was thinking of doing some more videos, but I was like, I think he's probably, since launching, done his R&D and made some improvements here and there before it goes to market. So
yes, I did. I upped the Silux. It has a little bit more ceramic in it, so that way it lasts a little bit better. I mean, don't look at my car. It may look good on camera. Actually, let's go back to this one. It may look good on camera, but I tell you, it's dirty.
That's the Demon, right?
No, that's the Red Eye.
The Red Eye. Red Eye, yeah. That's right. Red Eye, not the Demon. Dodge keeps re-releasing the same car so many different ways. I keep forgetting.
Oh, isn't that the truth? Yeah, I know.
But yeah, so needless to say, Yancy, obviously a car enthusiast if you own a car like that.
Yes, I like
I'm a car enthusiast I'm a car enthusiast as well, just not in the price point of the Red Eyes yet. But I've got a Kia Stinger GT. It's twin turbo V6, pretty nice. Gets up there. So
yeah, you got turbos on there, so you're good.
oh yeah,
You're good.
not just one. I was like, give me two. Let me get two.
Yeah, that's my. Yeah, we'll get back at that at the end. Yeah, there's plans for that little vehicle over there.
And then here you are today. And then I know somebody was asking me, I guess because he thought you went with Mike over to Dr. Beasley's, but from what I understand, you still do, video work with Mike, but you're not employed by Dr. Beasley's like Mike is.
Yes, all right, because there have been rumors going around that was on forums, and I'm here to crush all that.
Everybody wants to know.
Everybody wants this. They want the tea, is what I'm learning that the young generation. Give me the tea. I am no affiliation with Palm Beach Motoring. I'm in no affiliation, which is Auto Geek. I'm in no affiliation with Sonax, which it owns. They're partnered with Auto Geek. No affiliation with Robert McKee Enterprises, which is McKee's and Auto Forge. And I am no affiliation with Dr. Beasley's, and I'm no affiliation with Optimum. Now, let's backpedal on that. So I am my own thing. I create my own juices and stuff. So I do work. I have 2 companies. All right. Yes, I don't sleep much. I still have my D-Line studios where I get hired on by companies like Dr. Beasley's. I do the live feeds and videos for Mike when they need me. Then I do video work and photography work and advertising work for Optimum Polymer Technologies. I love David. David's awesome. Dr. David G. I mean, he is... Yep. I mean, I love that guy.
It's kind of like everyone's like, hey, does anyone know someone who's really good with cameras and sound? And... it just so happens there's this guy, a couple blocks over with a warehouse who's really good at it. So,
So then I, for McKee's, what do you call it? I shoot some TV episodes for them for their Speed Vision. It's a streaming platform that they're doing. Okay. So that's how I'm affiliated with all these other companies. So I know it could get a little confusing, so I'm so happy that you asked me to be on here because I wanted to squash that because there's rumors going around that I was buying stuff from them.
That's what I figured. I'm like, there's no way that Yancy's still working for another detailing company while running his own. That's too much to do.
No.
Now you're the guy who's coming in with these other brands, showing off your stuff. Or sometimes they're like, hey, we need a camera guy. And you're like, hey, I'm a camera guy, so.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, I got to eat. My kids, they're expensive. My dog eats more than I do. I have like 130.
On that red eye.
That's a whole different ball of wax. But long story short is the formulas that I bought when I bought the company, I went through them, played with all the products that he had. And, there I saw that, there was no ceramic in the line, there was no graphene in the line, there's things that I saw that could be updated to be popular along with what's out there on the marketplace right now and be competitive. And, don't get me wrong, they were good formulas at the beginning, but I just tweaked them. I wanted to tweak them, and I made some of my own, like the Silex one is all on my own. There's a lot of trial and error on that one. I learned a lot because I bought this company back in February of last year, and for like the first 6 months, I was pretty much learning everything, because I'm an art guy. I know how to market. I knew a little bit about chemistry because of my background being with Palm Beach Motoring. I got to go see all these places.
That's what I figured. You've worked hand in hand with so many companies at this point, especially Palm Beach Motoring had everything. Everyone come in from every brand and hey, show us your stuff, talk to us about it, blah blah blah. So you get a lot of insight that way.
Yeah, so it was just a perfect fit. So I had a really steep learning curve, and Dr. G, he, if I had any like really questions and stuff, I try not to bug him at all, and he'll just kind of nudge me in a point away, and I'm just like, awesome. I appreciate that. He's been a good supporter. Bob's been a good supporter. Dr. Beasley's, all of them are, Flex. They're reaching out to me. All these people are like big players in the industry. Lake Country, all of the guys at Lake Country, they're all wishing me the best, and it's really satisfying to know that I have built that type of relationships with people over the years. Yeah. And now they're coming back to support me. So that just tells you what this industry is like.
Got yourself in a good spot, to say the least.
Yeah. But it was a lot of hard work, but
absolutely. You can't launch a brand of your own original products and, overnight, huge success. It's an uphill battle.
as you see here, I brought this out. This is just me trying to figure out an SiO2 soap. There's like 20 different versions of the soap. It started like this. And, you know, because that's one thing I love hearing or seeing, and there's like these people on YouTube, you know, that probably never detail the car. I mean, I'm not knocking anybody, but there's people out there. Well, if I take a little bit of this and mix it with that, then it produces this. And I'm just like, it's not, really, not that way.
More to it, though. The people think that too. I see people, and you know, if it works for them, great. I'm not knocking on you for it, but I see people, they mix, you know, different detail sprays and sealants, and they call it their secret sauce, gloss sauce, whatever. And again, it works for them. I'm like, hey, great, you know, awesome. That's not necessarily how the mixing process works, but if that works for you, then good.
Well, no, it's true. Then, you know, if you start mixing some APCs with some other chemicals, I mean, it could turn caustic on you, and I mean, it could really hurt you.
Mixing cleaning chemicals when you're cleaning your house. You know, you gotta be careful.
Yeah, you don't do that, and I've seen a lot of them on there that they do it, and like, oh, it cuts close to clean. I'm just like, yeah, but you don't understand what that is doing to you, you know.
But yeah, and I gotta say, before we get to the questions, again, and I know you've seen the video reviews I've done of the few samples you sent me. For this being your first time and these being original formulas, you know, they're not white labeled or anything like that. You're starting in a good place. And I say that because I have tried stuff from other new brands, you know, that usually is just rebranding of something else, as well as well-established companies that launch a product that's just complete crap because there's no R&D going into it. You know, they're just like, hey, this looks good on paper, send it out. And I'm like, well, you might want to test it out first, but yeah, not everyone does.
Yeah, that first video that you did, I was sitting in a hotel room. I was driving back from Optimum doing a video shoot with them, going back to the hotel room, and I saw the little notification come up that you tagged me. So I was like, my heart sunk. I'm gonna I'll bring you in close. My heart sunk on that because I was like, okay, here we go. This is the first one. It's either gonna make me or break me. First impressions are everything. And that was like an 8-minute video, 10-minute video. Yeah, I swear it was like 2 hours to me. It was like time stood still. I was hanging on every word. Then at the end, I was like, whew, thank God it actually did good. So
I've got to say, my viewers know I don't hold back. If I don't like something, it's known, you know. And, you know, all my videos are my own opinion. I try to make them as subjective as possible. But at the end of the day, everyone's going to be different. But if I don't like something, I just say, like, this isn't good. I don't like it, or I don't like it for this reason. But I had no complaints. I guess my only complaint was everything you made isn't the best in its category of all brands. But again, you know, who is?
It's very true. The whole thing about this is when I was at Geek, I was able to use products, everything, you know, because we're always doing videos, sampling, doing everything. And so I had my products that I liked from a bunch of different brands. So when I took this on, my mindset was, okay, I'm going to make all those products that I like to use, only I'm going to make them to what I like. So other people may not like my Silux, or they may not like, what do you call it, my Orangutangopolis, which is, you know,
every company, every chemist has their preferred way of doing it. You know, I've tried product like me. I love really strong beading. Some people don't. Some companies are like, we prefer sheeting action on our products. And for a lot of people, they like that. I don't like that, but you know, that's what they created it for, what they like and what their customers are going to like. And ultimately that's what's important.
Yeah, and you know, go to the beading, sheeting thing. I mean, beading, people think that something's there. If it's sheeting, they don't think anything's on their car. But it's like, but if there's nothing on the car, it's working. Because I like sheeting. But anyway,
that's what I say. Because you see people are like, oh, the coating's failed. I'm like, it's not failed. It's just weakened. But you can still see the water sheeting away quickly. It's just not strong beading anymore. But like, unless you apply the coating fresh every month, it's gonna get worse over time. That's kind of how it works.
Yeah.
But anyways, let's get into some of these questions. So the first question, which you just touched on a little bit, is do you have any ceramic foam or ceramic snow foams?
I have a ceramic, where did I not? Oh, I think my son used the last of it. I have been testing ceramic version.
It must be good if he's using that much.
I made it like a half gallon because it was like my fun. No, that wasn't it. It was this one. It's this little mad concoction that I think I've nailed it. Because when you're releasing that, There was one that I loved by Wolfgang when I worked over at Geek. It was, you could take dead paint and just wash your car, and you can just watch the water just pull away from each other.
And that's what I look for in ceramic foams too. So
Exactly. And I've seen other big companies come out, and recently, I'm not going to name names, but they released a ceramic soap, and people are going to read right through these lines. They released a ceramic soap, and then they had to backstep and start telling people, well, if you use it over and over again, you'll start getting that beading action going up and that
there's a few
separation.
companies that say that.
Yeah, but the average Joe that I'm going after, you know, I mean, I love the detailers out there, all you guys detailers. I love you, and gallons and 5 gallons are coming soon. Stay tuned. But anyways, the average consumer that I'm looking for is the average Joe. And I want them to be able to look at their car while they're washing it and see the product doing something. But when you're trying to mix a ceramic with a surfactant, either you're going to have the water pulling away and starting to, you know, expel the water, but then you're not going to have the suds.
Right.
Then if you try to add more suds, then you're going to have less of the water beading, so now it looks like nothing's going on. So it's a very delicate balance to get that to where it works every time. Like, I could take my version 4, which it's dead now, but I could get a coated car to do it every time, but I couldn't get an uncoated car to do it every time. It depended if they had anything on it. If they had like a spray wax, it would do it. But if it was just paint, it wouldn't do it.
So nothing to stick to.
Yeah, so I was trying to make that. So it's a hard thing. Stay tuned. We're in the final testing, and so far I've been using it on my car. I've had no issues with it, and my son's been doing it on his car. Then I have a couple other testers out there that are testing it, and they're actual detailers, so they're getting crappy cars in and throwing it on there. And so far the reviews have been pretty good on it.
That's what we want to see. So awesome.
Stay tuned.
Excited for that. So there you go, Car Wash Channel. And then the Details and Me, she said she just bought some of your products and she's interested to hear what it's all about. So that's why she is here.
I appreciate you for buying. What do you call it? My line is basically, I want people to have fun. I mean, hence the reason why MNKYHead. I was going to originally come out with it as Horizon and just fly like that. And I don't know if some of you may have seen that little video or not. And I couldn't do it. I couldn't portray me. As you can tell,
it wasn't Yancy enough.
You know, it wasn't me. I mean, I talk with my hands, well, except for my gimpy hand. Me and the table saw I had an accident yesterday. But anyways, I wanted something that people would be proud to show it, like, hey, here, I use this.
Yeah, well,
or
I mean, the
talk
logo
about
alone is awesome.
Well, that's my marketing coming in. Because I want people to, you know, as you can tell on my site, I have plenty of swag, but I want people to be like that. I mean, like Chemical Guys, yeah, it may not be the best product in the world, but their marketing is on point. And so I'm just
marketing.
Yeah, well, that is true, but I wanted to kind of simulate with that type of marketing where people can recognize me, but yet actually have the product that will back up what I talk about. But I also wanted a brand that people would be kind of cool, you know, that like, hey, you know, look at that logo, it's pretty
Something
cool.
that stands out.
Yeah, something that stands out. And I, you know, especially I didn't want it, if I, you know, as soon as I get in stores, I didn't want it like blending into everything else. So I wanted to be a little bit different.
Yeah.
But I appreciate that.
Going with a different style of bottles, you know, the really catchy mascot, I guess you could call it. You're going to have to get like the mascot costume out eventually at events.
Oh, trust me, we're
going to have to have the monkey. I don't know what you're going to name them, but
oh yeah, when that's in the works. I have plans, and once it all comes around, that's when his name will be revealed.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, excited to see. I'm excited to see who's going to be inside the costume. Maybe he's just going to be his own person. We don't know.
Maybe like the Sting, you know, from the driving show. All right. What are the benefits of using Fomex additive with my soap?
And so Fomex, I have the original, or not the original form, but I got the lab sample Fomex formula. So it sounds like that's changed since then.
Yes. Yeah, that was started separating it out. Basically, what that is just an additive. You'd add that to your soap, add it into your foam gun. I will tell you this, if you add it into soap that has a wax, you'll get more bubbles and foam, but you won't get as much as if you do it either with just a straight car soap or just adding that in as
if I go
into your thing.
Buy some cheap soap like the big jug of Rain-X regular soap, or you know, Meguiar's Deep Crystal or something like that, which they don't foam that great, you could throw some of this in and just start having a foam party.
Yes.
Awesome.
Definitely. But that's what it is, because I know people like seeing the foam on their cars. Get the foam cannon.
Everybody loves foam. I mean, every time I use the foam cannon, and neighbors are always they always catch him peeking over, like, oh, what's he doing over there?
Well, it's good marketing if you're a mobile detailer.
Oh, absolutely,
really
absolutely. Especially they got some of those colored snow foams too, and
I'm not down into the color. It's like, I don't know about that, but
no,
that's what it is.
Maybe an additive product like Foamex.
Exactly. But no, it's just something that if you have a soap that you're liking, or if you're using one of my soaps, the Easy Wash would be the soap I'd recommend it go with. And you're not happy with the amount of foam that you're getting from it, say you're using either a foam cannon or a foam gun on your hose, it'll increase the foam, give you a little bit more lubricity, so that way you're not have a lesser chance of marring your paint while you're washing.
So that being said, this is made to add into soaps. Would it be possible to add it into certain types of like wheel cleaners and APCs to get them to foam more?
Yes, I'm pretty sure you could. And actually, I will test that, and I'll let you
back. Because I know with cleaning wheels, everybody likes the foam that clings, and it doesn't dry quickly. It gives you time to get to it before it dries. So
exactly,
just something. And I'm always thinking of off-label uses for things. Just what else could this work for? So.
Yeah, no, it very well could, because it's pretty much, I mean, it's a light surfactant, but it has a high foaming action to it. So that's the reason why I added that. And then plus there's a couple other goodies in there. But that's what it is. It should mix well with that. And actually, I'm going to try that with my all wheels. And actually,
perfect. All right, yeah, I know I don't have it up here, but the degreaser you have, the red one, if it's still there. I know that one's really strong, and if that foam's up great, like there you go.
Yep, that is because that one is now I've moved that one. I've changed the name on that one because I brought in one that was in between, which that's now called Kong Cutter. That is a very hard cutting HD APC, all right?
Yeah, well, it definitely was, and I tried it. It ate right through the blooming on the tire. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, I mean, it will. And so, I mean, if you're using it on tires and stuff like that, it's really well. The thing that I would do is if you're using it on any bare metal, you just go quickly upon it, wash it, scrub it, and get it off there. Don't let it sit.
It is high alkaline, so take the necessary precautions as you would with any alkaline cleaner.
Exactly. But the thing is I wanted a light APC, which would be the monkey business. So that would be for like you're on the road and you want to remove some bug splatter or bird poop or anything like that on the front of your car. You could use that, or the Wireless Wash Pro. Then I wanted the middle one, the APC, that is right here. Oops, no, wait, where's it at? It's right here. My Ape Almighty. This one would be your more general use that, you can do a little bit of everything. Tires, wheels, bugs, engine. But then if you have that stubborn stuff, that's when you go with the Kong Cutter, which is one that I sent you.
Yeah. All right. Good to know. Next question, details of me. She would like to know, in your opinion, what sets your brand apart from others?
Me.
That is true. I can attest to that. So
no, it's what sets me apart is from all the years of working at Geek. I mean, I owe a lot to where I'm at right now, and the knowledge that I have is working with Mike, working with all the guys over at Griots, Flex. I mean, all these industry people, and hearing what people always talked about with issues that they had, and working with some of the best detailers in the world. So I've taken that information and kind of just stored it away in my brain, and now I'm trying to find ways to solve that with chemicals that work every time, and that way that it's going to work. I mean, some people may think that they're not as good as somebody else. That's fine. I'm, like I said, I don't have a PhD in chemistry.
Well, I got to say, you definitely, it's rare in the industry to meet someone that is so welcoming and there's just no ego coming along with that.
No, I don't want it to be that way. I want people, if there's something wrong with my product, my emails are on the website, my phone numbers are on the website. Give me a call, tell me what's wrong, tell me what you didn't like about it. I will take that feedback into consideration and really look at it, because if you're having that problem, you might be the one person that talked about it, but how many other people didn't talk and tell me that? Yeah. So I like the customer feedback. Good, I love the good, don't get me wrong.
You're a man of the people.
Yeah, but I love the bad too, because that tells me, that, hey, you might have missed the mark on this, and there might be something that I thought was working great, but somebody else found that it wasn't doing it. So
Always
like,
room for
okay,
improvement.
always. The day you stop learning is the day you learn nothing.
There you go. And then a follow-up question: if you could choose 3 products to kind of spearhead your line that you would recommend for people to try first, what would those be?
Silux is one. I love my Silux product. I use that. I mean, I hate to steal Frank Red Hot's little saying that they have, but I put that stuff on everything. It's absolutely amazing. What it is, it's a spray iron SiO2 paint sealant, basically what it is. If you treat your car good, you can get up to a year with it. If you treat your car bad and wash it with a brick, you'll get 5 seconds with it. But the thing is you can put this on plastic, you can put it on paint, you can put it on windows. I've washed down my dash with it. Inside windows. What I noticed with that is if you have smoker's film or vinyl fog, the next time you go to clean it, it actually wipes that stuff off quicker and easier. So that would be my favorite product. And this is one that I use religiously, and that's the reason why it's my baby.
You know what that makes me think of? I remember when you were at your short time at 3D, that's when I personally started really diving into 3D's products. It's when they released Beat It Up. Yep. And I remember at the time you were playing with Beat It Up all kinds of ways, diluting it different ways, interior, exterior, whatever. So that, kind of attests to what you're saying, your industry knowledge of knowing these things, trying them different ways. Now you're able to just make that yourself.
Well, the way that I look at it too is not everybody has a disposable income. And, they might only be able to afford, what is this, Details in Me? She was, looking at 3 products. They might only be able to afford 3 products. They might not be able to afford the entire line. So, I want to make something that has multiple uses so that way their hard-earned money isn't wasted. I feel that's one thing that with some of the unsuperior products that are out there, that people waste their money on it, then now they just spent $20, $25 on something, and now they're looking for something
60.
or 60, or, there's coatings out there that's even more than that. But getting back to the question, I would say Silux would be one. If you don't want to do like a spray iron sealant or something like that, my Orangutan Opulence, which is a wash and wax, it gives you, I'm in a car club down here, and one of the guys did it for his Explorer. And he sent me a video of that, or pictures of that. And then he called me and he's like, Patrick, yeah, I'm using you right now. He's like, I can't believe how it sheets water. He goes, I foamed it up, washed it, and I just went my hose, and just like water fell off the car. It was like I just coated it.
That's rare for a washing wax too.
Yeah, and he saw that. Then I'm like, well, thank you for one. I go, I try to make it where it works. And I go, now put Silux on it. The next time you do it, it should actually even be more. So that's what he's doing, and he's fell in love with it. So I'd say the Silux, the wash and wax is a good one. Then my Wireless Wash Pro is another product that, you can use it, for washing your car on the go. Then you also can use it on the interior, light engine bay wipe down, or you can wipe your wheels down if they're not too gritty and dirty, Then also my All Wheels, if you don't like, I get this question a lot, All Wheels and All Wheels Plus. The only thing that's different with that is All Wheels Plus has that smell that everybody loves to hate. But it's basically the same thing, just has that extra little ingredient to help cut down the iron.
A little bit of boost to it, yeah.
Yeah, but most people, finding that the All Wheels Plus cuts through it, and they enjoy it because it doesn't have that egg smell. So
there you go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there's those 3 products. So next question. We're getting back to our roots here. What's your favorite rotary and your favorite dual action polisher?
Oh, that's simple. Flex 3401 and what do you call it? The Flex Rotary. Those are my go-to tools.
Boom. There you go. Easy enough.
Yep. Then if I have to use like a free spinning, what do you call it? Orbital, that would be the Griot's. I like the Griot's.
Oh, so you're a Flex Beast fan then?
Oh yeah. I'm a Beast guy, and it's just, you can get in and get out.
I found I got a cordless, it's from a Chinese company, SPTA. You may have heard of them.
Okay.
They have a cordless forced rotation polisher that I got, and it's kind of internally it looks just like the Flex, and probably is copied directly from Flex, which hey, people are copying you, then it's good. But yeah, I gotta say, for if I need something like just quick power, get through it,
perfect for a one step, man. It's perfect for a one step,
especially with those I got some of those Lake Country force pads to go with it, and
HDOs.
All right, next question here. Because I believe he's asking this, so big in YouTube and social media detailing right now. This is the year of rinseless washes. Everyone that hasn't come out with one is coming out with one. So, do you have any plans?
Yes and no. O&R is a hard one to beat. I did that video that everybody started mocking the video.
If Eddie Cologne ever starts watching this, so I don't know if you've watched the EC Details channel.
Yep.
Eddie, he's the rinseless aficionado. Like if a rinseless comes out, he's got it before you even thought of making it somehow. I don't know how he does it. But he puts every rinseless to the test, and he's brutally honest. What he likes, what he doesn't like. So.
Yeah, no, I mean, I could make a rinseless wash. I have been dinking in the back, trying to come out with one because it is a big market share right now. But right now, it's like I want to get these going, then I'll add in. I didn't want to come out with everything at once because then it's like I might have wasted a lot of time or something on it. So
people get overwhelmed. You don't know what's good, what's not, and what's not, what sells and what's not selling so much.
Exactly.
So where the demand is. So I get that. So follow-up question from me with a rinseless wash. Would you prefer to make one that's polymer-based, surfactant-based, or both? And would it have protection in it?
I would do more of a polymer-based. And here's the reason why. I would do more of a polymer-based so that way it'll encapsulate the dirt and lift it off. Because I'm watching all these videos out there that they're doing the surfactant versus, what do you call it, O&R. Yes, I was the one that did the video where we showed that the dirt separates out. It was me. I started that with OPT. But the thing is, here's the thing, okay, on that. And this is my philosophy, and it's been from years of working with Mike. If you're washing with clean water, you have less chance of marring. If you're washing with dirty water and with the clean media, you're still washing with dirty water. So I'd rather have it where something that's going to grab that dirt and pull it down. So that's why I say O&R is hard to beat, because right now I believe they have the best one on the market. Mm-hmm. And if I was to do something, I would probably go more along down that line. But I'd try to see if I could do some sort of, protecting in it, either, like an SiO2 component or something into it. But yeah, eventually it'll be down there. But right now, I got my irons in the fire. I'm trying to make them hot.
So you're the guy who started all the controversy and all the...
Yeah, it'd be me. Sorry.
That's okay. That actually did stir a lot of good conversation. So
it did. It really did. Yeah, I think it did. And I think that's what this industry needs sometimes.
There's a lot of philosophies on rinseless washes. Like you said, you and Mike, you believe you should just pull everything down and keep the water clean. You got some people that believe we're going to let our surfactants do the work. You got some people that are just like, I think rinseless wash is crazy because you're more of a chance of marring, which technically true. Depending on how you do it, I say ultimately washing with soap, rinseless, waterless, whatever you're doing, technique is everything.
I was about ready to get to that. I was letting you finish there. What I think is people are trying to wash too dirty of cars with rinseless washes, thinking that they can get it. Light dust, a little bit of road film and stuff, yes, perfect. But if it has mud or dirt stuck to it, wash it, rinse it off first, but I think people expect too much of a rinseless wash.
And then I know a lot of people say, rinse it off with your power washer first, then rinseless wash it. Me personally, if I'm getting out the power washer, I'm getting out the soap as well. But something happened recently that I was like, this now makes sense. Because where I work about 45 minutes away from where I live with no traffic. Okay. And sometimes I go drive there in the rain, and I hate seeing my car in the parking lot dirty. So at lunchtime, I'll go to the car wash, the touchless car wash, and I'll just have it to blast most of the crap off my car. We know touchless washes kind of suck. They don't get everything off, but the car looks a lot better than it did. And I was like, now that this has been blasted off, if I lived in an apartment, or I just lived somewhere where I didn't have access to a hose, this would be perfect to go do that, come back home, rinseless wash it.
Yeah, no, I agree wholeheartedly with that. And that's one of the reasons why I did a waterless wash. So that way, thinking of that because Mike would always drill that in when we're in his classes. You know, the reason why we do this type of wash because there's a lot of places where you don't have access to water.
That was me when I started out too.
Yeah, you know, I lived in an apartment and we didn't have a hose. If I wanted to wash my truck, I had to go, you know, like 2 miles down the road to the car wash.
Yep. There you go. All right, well, that's for Rinseless Wash. Next question. What's your favorite paste wax?
Oh, God. That would have to be, my favorite paste wax would be Wolfgang Fusion.
Okay, a lot of people really like that one. I haven't tried it yet because of the price.
Yeah. Well, it helped that I worked there.
Yeah,
I did the label.
true, you know.
I got bottles. I mean, I got jars of it. But no, that is my favorite. It just goes on so simple, and the shine and the longevity that it lasts.
That's like a wax and ceramic.
It's a polymer and a wax, and there's carnelian
fusion.
Yep.
Okay, awesome. Well, that's good. Yeah, I got to try that out. Every now and then, I bust out the paste wax.
I may have one. Do you have one?
I don't.
Do you have? I may have an extra. I'll send you one because I had at one time I had like 3 or 4 of them. I think I still have
check it out because when I do wax videos, the people that are detailers that that watch my channel, they're like, yeah, but then I get like the whole national and international crowd are like, oh, wax, like people love wax, man, they really do. So
hey, old guys like touching their cars.
Yeah,
that's all I'm going to say. They like wax.
And then you get a lot of viewers from India because there's just a lot of stuff that's not there. But they do have wax, and they love it. So
yep.
And there's a lot of people in India, a lot of people there. So
there's a lot, yes.
And then so the first product, I know you said Silux was what you would suggest, right?
Yeah, that would be what I would suggest, or if not, just a really. I mean, Silux is one of my more expensive products. I'm not going to lie. But if you're wanting just kind of to get into it, I would have to say Orangutan Opulence is my wash and wax. It gives you, something that you can test, see how it cleans, then also see how some of my, my protection technology actually helps get the water off the car. So that would be the 2 that I would suggest that you try.
All right. And then for cleaning aftermarket wheels, what would you suggest?
OEM wheels, you can throw in whatever, but aftermarket seem more delicate. That would be the all wheels. I mean, the all wheels are all wheels plus it's all surface. I mean, it's all metal, all types of wheels. It doesn't etch any. Yeah, it doesn't do anything. It doesn't etch it. It doesn't do anything. I mean, you tried it, and what do you call it? It doesn't do anything. My car has matte black wheels, and I'm very leery about what I use on it, and it just cuts right there. And if you know a Hellcat, as soon as you wash it, there's brake dust on it again. You haven't even driven it. It's just a magnet.
I've got Brembos on mine as well, and I've got aftermarket wheels, gloss black lip, which is the worst color to get for wheels in the world. Don't ever get gloss black. And the rest of it's like this satin bronze. But yeah, it's
at least yours hides it a little bit. Mine just turns black to gray and ugly, which I'm looking at right now. And I'm not showing you my car.
Don't look at it. It's not there. No. But yeah, all wheels and all wheels plus. There you go. That'll work for your aftermarket wheels.
Yes.
And then Rick says, no judgment if you name the monkey after Mike.
No, he's Robin. I'm Batman. That's what the running joke is right now, because everybody calls us the dynamic duo. Then we actually, one cool thing while we were out at 3D, we actually got to detail the Batmobile, the 60s Batmobile. Ooh. And so I'll have to find the picture of me and him in there, and I'm in the driver's seat, mind you. So I'm Batman,
of course.
Yes.
Of course. All right. And then, so were you impressed by? I guess your name's Yan Chang now. That's probably
if I had $1 every time my name's been pronounced or spelled differently, it's all good.
No problem. Were you impressed with the results of Touch Up RX paint chip repairs at the Dr. Beasley workshop?
Yeah, I mean, the touch-up and what do you call it? What's the other one? They're just right down the road. Dr. Color Chip. Both are good technologies. It all comes down to you actually doing it and allowing the procedure to work. So, I mean, I think that
everyone tries to rush it, myself included.
Yeah, and the thing is everybody thinks that if you're going to fix a rock chip, you're going to not be able to see it when you're sitting there like this. And that's false. I mean, it's a 5 to 10 foot fix. You get up closer, and especially if you're in another car, you're going to know where it's at and you're going to see it. But the average person is not going to know it. So they expect too much from the paint chip repair people.
Yeah,
but as the product, I thought it worked well.
You're never gonna fix those like actual rock chips unless you repaint the whole panel.
Yeah, exactly.
So
then that's where it comes into this.
All right. Then Jake just bought some products here. He got some Easy Wash, Foamex, and some swag. I think I know you launched your swag first, and I
Yes, I
ordered
did.
that coffee mug, which the shipper lost twice, but then one of them miraculously ended up showing up.
I was wondering if you ever got the second one, because the
second one never showed up. Never got the second
Yeah.
one. The first one ended up showing up eventually, so I do have coffee with that every now. I do got to be careful though, because it doesn't have a handle, so it burns my hand a little bit. But
Yeah.
it's such a nice cup. I'm just like, this is like a display piece almost. And then I've got T-shirt somewhere. I've got so many shirts, and I'm very unorganized, but I do have it.
No, Jacob, I love you. Thank you for all that stuff. And just wait, there'll be one more piece coming in your box that you can't order. You only get it if you order. So, which I don't have one of those out here. Damn it.
The little,
I was
monkey?
almost, the little monkey.
The little monkey.
And the whole gist of that is,
Oh, I think it's great. I saw that. I laughed when I saw it in the box, and I was like, "That's awesome."
Yeah. Well, the thing is anytime that you order from me, you're actually, you know what? Hold on.
Oh, you can start hanging them up on. Yeah.
I just, I'm talking about it.
Grab it.
Now I gotta grab it.
All right.
All right. So, yeah, you don't want to see what's behind the doors back there. It's like the Wizard of Oz. Well, the reason why is my studio is almost complete. So over the last 2.5 weeks, it's been me, hands on deck, and of course my car club came in and helped me build the wall. Not one to separate people, one to separate chemicals and people. But anyways, because I have a car show coming up. So long story short, all my building supplies that was in here like 30 minutes before this broadcast, I had to move it back there. So you don't want to go back there right now. But no, this little guy, and let me come up here. That little guy right here. All right, these are what you're going to get. Yeah, the little monkeys in a barrel. They are. They're exactly the monkey in the barrel. And I just thought of it. It's like every time that you order from me, I just thought it'd be a cool little thing that every time you order one, you'll get another one. So my whole thing is I just would love to see this go viral. Hang it in shops, or they're posting it and they're showing me how long their chain is and stuff. I just thought it was a cool little thing, and just something different, and just make it kind of relatable, so it's fun. So,
yeah, I like when companies just do those little things. It has nothing to do with detailing, but it's just something they do. There's I think Armor Detail Supply, they throw in there's like a candy thing they throw in with
mint,
something like that. It's a nice little touch. Like, oh, cool, a little bit more than what you expected. It doesn't really cost you much to do it, and it's just that extra effort that really makes a difference to people in the ordering and the entire experience. So
yeah, I just try to make it where people have a fun time shopping with me, and any interactions that they have with me, I want it to have fun. Yeah, monkey business, man. It's my circus. It's my monkeys. I'll claim it.
Okay, so here we got 2 questions here. What is your recommended drying aid? So which product in your lineup, or which products work for a drying aid?
Drying aid, Silex. You can apply that wet, and it will just spray a couple sprays onto a panel and hit it with a pressure washer or a high blast of water. It will do that. I personally don't like using drying aids because I always see it going in the air, then going away. Then I'm just like, I'm thinking that's money that's just never touching the car.
Product.
Yeah, well, that's the way I look at it. So I'd rather do the 2-towel method, spray it on one, then you have a dry one, come back and buff. But that would be the one, or if not, I have tried, and my son tried using the my Sleek Shine. It's the SiO2 quick detailer as a drying aid. You just got to watch how much you use of that because of the surfactants and stuff.
Oh yeah,
it'll kind of sit on there.
If you go too heavy, you run into problems.
But no, the one that would be the drying aid would be Silex. But me personally, I don't like a drying aid for that. Applying it while it's wet, because to me it's just like half of it goes off onto the ground, and I do it on my wheels. Trust me, when I'm rinsing my wheels off, because there's areas that I don't want to get my fingers up in there. Spray it on there, then hit it with the hose. Then that way I know it gets everywhere.
So it works as a good spray and rinse too, huh?
Yeah, and so that's what I'll use it for. So that's what I would do as a drying aid.
Perfect. All right, and then Car Wash Channel wants to know if you're in a barber chair.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Good.
A buddy of mine, a buddy of mine gave me this. Austin, if you're watching this,
Ooh, that's
I
really
appreciate.
nice. Actually, I've been in barber chairs, and that's a really nice.
Yeah, this. What I loved about it is he was a car builder and a motorcycle builder. He's a buddy of mine, and on the back of this, because he was moving his shop, and he gave me this. And he's like, from one friend to another. After I brought the chair over and I saw that, I was like, oh, hell, that is actually really cool. And so I've always wanted a barber chair, and he gave it to me. And it's circa 1950s or something like that. And it's a cool conversation piece. So, yeah, you'll see this chair in a lot of videos coming.
All right. And then he's got another question for you. No, he was the one who asked us the ceramic foam. But are you going to have one that's just, or are you thinking of doing something that's like a protection only, not a car wash, but it foams on, you can apply it with a foam can and then rinse it off for protection?
That's an idea. I didn't really think about doing something like that, but possibly maybe down the line.
All right. So
maybe
now,
down the line.
Yancy's making it in his head.
Yeah, I'm thinking about that. I was like, actually, that could be doable. But right now, my main focus is to release that ceramic car wash first. Then then I'll dabble with that. Because
maybe down the road.
All right, here's some insider information. I am dabbling with ceramic coatings right now. I'm doing that, and I have a couple other products, which I'm not going to, because it's kind of like an oddball kind of thing that I know that I was always trying to figure out how to do, but there's another one that I'm in the works with. But the ceramic coatings are coming, and the paint prep is coming, and so that will be something that will be... Is your paint
prep going to smell good, or is it going to smell like alcohol?
No, I'm not going to do an alcohol base. I'm trying to do a different base.
Interesting.
So that way, where I'm getting away from the solvent, where it's
there's
more
not many
natural.
that are not alcohol based. That's going to be very interesting to see.
Yeah, there's a couple that are out there, and I've been playing with those, and I'm like, if I could just make it where it cuts a little bit better, and I think I'd have it. So because there's enough things that have alcohol and caustic things in there. I don't want to make it where it's gonna something that the people are gonna, it's like, oh, it's another alcohol base. All right, what's the difference? It's alcohol. So I'm gonna try to do something's a little different. I'll probably fail 100 times, but I'll learn the 99 ways not to do it, and that one way I'll learn how to do it. So not afraid to fail.
And then here, do you have a glass cleaner?
Yes, I do.
Sample right here.
Yes, I do.
And yours looks different now, obviously, but.
And I just developed another. Because I also do some private label and stuff also, and there's an insider information for you. I do some private label stuff, and they got asked by one of their clients if I could do a heavier cut glass, and actually after I played with that and made it, and actually I like that glass cleaner better than the glass Zilla.
Sounds like a real strong stripping glass cleaner kind of.
Well, it cuts faster and it streaks less, and it's actually very nice. I just got to do some testing to make sure that it's tint safe and everything like that. But I like the way that it works a little bit better, cool. And because I'm finicky when it comes to glass. And that's
I'll be honest. I very rarely actually use glass cleaners.
Normally I use the.
Yeah, exactly. I'll use a ceramic spray if I need to clean the glass up, but normally I get it so clean when I'm washing the car that it's fine. But on the inside, I guess for people that are doing the interior details for their own cars or professionally, I guess every now and then you got to get the glass cleaner out. I'm a rinseless wash guy with cleaning glass, but I found somebody. There's another YouTube channel. I forget his name, and I'm sorry. I should give him credit for it. But Autofanatic, that's who it is. He came up with a solution. I don't know if it was his original idea, but he made the video about it. He took glass cleaner, put a little bit of car shampoo in it to make it foamy and clingy, and you can spray it on the glass, and then use
just cleans.
you can use Scrub Ninja or whatever to scrub the glass, and then you squeegee it off. And that's like,
well, then basically what he's doing is he's reproducing what the window washers use on the side of the buildings.
Because they just put like a drop of Dawn in there, and I think that's what he was saying, something along the lines of that. But I found like when I do interior details on cars that have been neglected for longer than normal, That I love cleaning glass that way because it gets. I don't have to keep wiping and wiping and wiping, trying to get all the dirt off. Like this just scrubs it off and squeegees it off. And then if I got any streaks, I can go back with regular glass cleaner or something. So
Agree. No, that's a good technique. That's a very good technique. And plus, you also think about it. You're saving the people's interior, depending on what type of interior. They might have Alcantara up there. You know, I don't like getting my Alcantara wet. So if it's clean, sticking to the glass, then you're less chances of, getting that surface wet. So that's a good idea.
Perfect. All right. And then Jeff is getting a banner for his garage right now. So that's good.
Thank you. Thank
there
you.
Go. And I have another Monkey Head garage.
Yeah. Yeah, wait. I would show you this everything, but I'm kind of waiting until the launch party. That's 420. If you're local, you're more than welcome. Right now, we have probably about over 100 cars coming to it. So
awesome! I'm actually the 21st in Port Alliance, Texas, in Fort Worth. I'm going to be there, and so if anyone's in Texas and sees me there, a few companies have just I asked them, and they said, yeah, sure, they're more than happy to do it. They just sent me boxes full of products to hand out for free.
No, good.
So
good.
It'd be good. I'm going to be vlogging the event. So if anyone finds me out there, you might be in the video.
Hit your boy up.
And if you're in Florida, South Florida, go ahead and stop by Yancy's shop on next Saturday.
Yep, next Saturday, 7 to 10. Monkey Head sponsoring
cars.
Yeah, co-hosting is going to be my car club, Daily Drivers Club, I should say. Or known as DDC. And we have, right now, I think we're right over 100 cars. I have room for 178 cars, and I made my goal. If I get to 100 cars, that was my goal. For my first car show over here, I think that's a good realistic goal. And if we get more than that, it'll be great. We have 3 food trucks coming. We have DJ. We have giveaways.
Man. Might have to make the trip.
This is going to be quarterly. Every 3 months we're going to have one. The second
you said food trucks, I mean, I like to eat, so.
Okay. We got Asian, we got taco, and we got your regular food truck. So we got all bases.
As long as there's food there, I'm happy.
All right. I saw that one. I saw that question. What happened to me was, this is what happens when you're on your very last cutter on a table saw and the stupid plastic push stick gets caught on the blade. It went up, the handle went down, busted off, and the piece that broke shot up and went straight into my hand. So now I have a really nice cut. Right when I didn't need something like that. Yeah, so I have to have this on so that way I don't bend my hand, so I don't open it back up, because they just glued it and stuck it down there so I could get back to work.
Sent you on your way. All right, good to go.
Hey, I went to the doctor. I was going to do it all myself, but I finally, after the third time not getting it to stop, I was like, okay, I better go.
And then David remembers the barrel monkeys from his childhood in the 1960s.
Yeah, I'm going to try to make it where there's a run on it and people are at Barrel of Monkeys are like, why are we selling so many of these damn things? I mean, I'm not trying to steal their trademark. You could start
doing like special edition. Well, how Adams does the special edition detail sprays, special edition monkeys.
Well, no, because I'm going to have a whole bunch of these little barrels. And I'm trying to figure out how I can repurpose these as like promotional items later on down the line. Well, I was thinking, maybe do like some hand pour wax or something in them. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how to repurpose those, because I've already went through a few of these already. And
spend $100 or something, get a little barrel.
Yeah, I just want to make it where it's fun, where it's a collectible or something like that.
That's pretty cool. This is my monkey wax. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, we got any more questions for now? Let's see.
I hope I answered all your guys' questions good.
Oh, yeah. No, we're getting through all of them. So, another question from Car Wash Channel. Do you get haircuts in that barber chair? Hey,
no, I do
listen,
not.
All questions are welcome. It doesn't have to be detailing questions as long as it is safe for YouTube.
Yeah, no, I don't. If you missed it, go back and replay, but a buddy gave me this chair, a good friend of mine. So.
All right. So I think that's all the questions for now. We got a couple minutes left. So, Yancey, tell us what your plans are, your next steps for Monkey Head and Horizon Manufacturing.
All right. My next steps is my studio's almost done. Like you can kind of see what's a little bit behind me. Once that's done, I'm going to start doing the videos that I've always wanted to do. It just, people always like was against corporate image or didn't quite fit into what they were trying to say.
Now it's your image, so.
Now it's my image, and finally, yeah, some of this craziness is going to come out. So I'm looking very forward to doing that. I'm not going to be the type of guy that's producing a video every day, and I'm not going to be, definitely not going to be the type of guy that's going to be like, and here's product A, and we're going to show you how to use it and spray it on.
You could do that as like a parody video. It'd be pretty funny.
Yeah, and you know, it's just, there's so many of them out there, so I'm not even going to try to compete with that. It's just, I want people to be entertained. And yeah, no, and I just want people to be like, oh, okay, that was fun to watch, but also they see, I mean, obviously you're going to see the products I'm using. I mean, I'm not going to hide that, but I just want people to have fun while they watch a video and learn something. I think that's what's missing. There's so many people out there right now, is just gotten either too influenced, where, you know, that's a new word, influerish, and where they're like, I get this product and it works great. Well, it's like, how much did that company get paid, you know, or that guy get paid from the company? So I don't want to do those type of videos. I don't want to do educational videos. There's plenty of those out there. I mean, Mike, he taught me pretty much everything. Mike, Rennie,
Mike's got plenty
Jason
of videos on YouTube that anyone can look up.
Yeah, so I don't want to do that. I just want to create entertaining videos of me being me, having fun, and what do you call it? Helping people, show them how to wash their car, but in a fun, I'm the monotone instructor that's
doesn't
teaching
seem like
how to do it.
you're not. I mean, granted, obviously you are promoting your products. They're your products, and that's what you want to do. But it's not like you're only making this video because you want people to buy this. Like, you're making the video because you want to do a fun video.
Yeah, I want them to turn around and like, dude, did you see the latest MNKYHead video? Because that's my goal, because none of my videos are going to be the same. I'll warn you that right now. They're not going to be the same. If you liked one version, wait until the next version. It's going to be something totally different, because
let's see.
It's madness. But I've been wanting to do these for years, and now that I have my own line, I'm going to do that.
That's what the whole product line is, just to support you to make these videos.
Yes, that's what it was. You know, go into debt, buy a building, do all this other stuff, and just make your videos.
It was a crazy plan to make crazy videos. I got you. All right. We got one more question. Daryl wants to know more about your car. What can you tell us about it?
All right. This is my beast. I set a goal. This will be good for you guys. I bought the blacktop V6 model of a Charger back in 2018. Then that was my first actual brand new to me. I mean, off the showroom floor and stuff. I drove that, and I'm like, okay, that's nice. Then I upped it, went to the Scat Pack. Then as I made more money, I went to that. Then I always wanted a Hellcat, but then I heard rumors that they're going to have a red eye. You know, it's like, why get 707 when I can get 797? So I waited, saved my money, worked hard, and that's when I bought this. I mean, yeah, it's a lot of money sitting there, and it's a big payment and stuff. Yeah. But you know what?
It's fun.
That is what I worked for, as a treat to me for all the hard work that I do. But what is going to be happening is my warranty is about ready to run off on that. And what I originally bought this car for was, one, to do videos with, because it's a cool looking car, and which has already been in a ton of videos, but also I want to race it. And so now that my warranty is almost off, eventually I'm going to do, a buddy of mine that's in the car club right now, he just did a twin turbo kit on a fully built, I think it's a 427 or something that he built. He went through the entire block. So he's going to be right around 1,200 horsepower. And so I don't know if I'm going to go with a bigger single turbo on the top with the blower, or if I'm going to do the same route and do the twin turbos underneath. But I kind of get more into the idea of having a turbo sticking out, so then people think, oh, that's a turbo.
Turbos.
Then you open it up, then you have the blower in there too. So
superchargers are fun, but turbochargers just like introduce a new level of like, because I think it's just, you know, the supercharger lets you know the power's there. Turbocharger sneaks up on you. You hit the gas and you're like, all right, we're going, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, okay, now we're really going.
Yeah, now it's like the boost kicks in. So that's what I'm trying to do with this. I'm going to build it both worlds, so that way I have the low end boost with the blower, because that's always creating boost. And then as it spools the turbos, then I get the added boost. It'd be basically like doing a shot of nitrous.
So
basically,
it's going to be like a rocket ship on land, essentially.
Yeah. So eventually, you know, my goal, me and Jose's goals are to get an 8-second car. 8-second cars are hard to build.
We're talking like Texas 2K type of drag racing here.
Yeah. Yeah, because we've created a race team, and that's what we're doing. We're starting to build some cars. He's the first one that's building the car, and then mine's slowly going to, as you know, I'm able to, slowly going to start to go down that line. But our goals is to hit 8. Even if it's 8.99, it's still an 8-second car.
Are you familiar with Texas 2K?
Yes, I have watched many video out there, and I'd love to go there.
I went there a couple years. I haven't been there in a while, but I remember, I forget, I think it was the Supra. They did a 7-second pass, and I was just like,
"That's insane!"
Wow! For something that's not a dragster, that was nuts.
Yeah, that's just strapping your ass to a rocket and riding it. I mean, that's just fast.
Say your prayers. Hopefully, you make it to the end. You know.
Yeah, exactly. But no, that's what I have this. Then I have a Harley, and then I have, for when I want to go off-road, I have my Jeep and stuff, which you'll see them all in all my videos. But, you know, I like a little bit of everything. This is my go fast. My motorcycle is my go slow, and my Jeep's for, and I just want to run everybody over.
Well, as Daryl said, same with me. I like your style. I love cars. It's an expensive hobby. Yeah. You know, doing drugs is probably cheaper than getting into cars.
Probably.
But at least you can make something out of this, you know.
Exactly.
All right, Yancy. Well, I appreciate you stopping by. What are your socials? Where can people find you?
Monkey Car Care is where you can find me on everything. On YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Just hit up Monkey Car Care, or if not, use the hashtag Monkey Car Care, or what do you call it, Monkey Troop. That's where, those are the ones that I'm doing. I'm not going to have like 10 zillion of them. But yeah, at Monkey Car Care.
Awesome.
That's Monkey as in MNKY. Drop the vowels. Yeah.
Like the brand, like it says there on the screen, MNKY.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I appreciate you stopping by. Everyone knows, or for those who don't know, I know sometimes we bring in viewers because of the person that's on here. So I've got, car detailing deals. Definitely check that group out. I've got my group, Bellavoro Detailing Community. Then I've got this YouTube channel you're watching it here on. So appreciate everybody stopping by. And even if you're not watching this live, we appreciate you watching it. Yancy, thanks for stopping by, taking time. I know you said you were busy this weekend too, so I really appreciate you taking the time to make this happen today.
Well, I was curling my hair's daughter earlier. Then I was down here working the shop, curling my daughter's hair for what do you call it, for prom. Then I came back down here, cleaned up shop, and got, so yeah, I'm a little bit busy, but no, I appreciate you, Martin. And what do you call it? Actually, I'm going to get with you, and I'm going to give you a code for all your users to use, so that way what do you call it, they can.
Once I get that code, I'll put it in the description of this video. And I will also be adding it to the description of future videos. That's where I add all my discount codes, and we'll make sure we get it posted up in car detailing videos as well.
All right. I appreciate it. Thank you. Right. And everyone, thank you for all the questions. They were great, and hopefully I answered them.
Thank you, Yancy. You've been awesome. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good one.
All right. Bye, everybody.